about to blast the mic with a stream that isn't my own. Let's post this in here too. Same as above. I don't know why the /m is in there, but whatever. Let me get rid of that. It should just be Twitch TV/KillerKarate. Alright. Incredibly unprofessional start to the stream, but nothing in the draft actually matters yet. We'll see if that's up. I still haven't even like written down anything either. So, we're back to League of Lads. I believe how far we are through the season. Let me actually check here. The last games, AC130 versus Apes. This is the last week. Both these teams, AC130 is actually playing really well right now. Top of the league with 4 ties. They haven't lost a single 2-0 yet. So they're 5-0-4 with 4 ties, 5 wins, 0 losses. Nice performances from them so far. Apes near closer to the bottom, but still 7th ranked. Again, I know I'm complimenting Guam here, but this is like a decent league for because it's a format that you don't really see a lot in amateur leagues, where teams are stay the same throughout, and there's 12. Like, the amount of work it takes to get 12 consistent teams like that is a lot, and to like keep them somewhat similar in terms of skill too. So there's a couple shitty teams, like fucking Papega's being 0-11, not winning a single game yet. But I feel like the skill distribution, there's a lot of parity, so makes for a pretty good league. This is the last week though before playoffs start, so a very important one. It's mostly just seeding at this point, so AC130 could pick up another win, move above Handsome Athletic Men, I believe, since Handsome Athletic Men are 6-1-2. AC130 would improve to 6-0-4. Have 12. I actually don't know how Guam seeding works, so that would be 12 plus 2 for 14 for Handsome Athletic Men right now. That would be 12 plus 4, so it would be 16, but they're already in front anyways. I'm not sure how it works. I'd have to ask Guam. No, they're tied somehow. What? Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, I am very stupid. Handsome Athletic Men, all they have to do... So each win counts as 1 point. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I probably could have just assumed that. But, yeah, again, I haven't really been casting League of Lads too much, but have done a couple matches in the last few weeks. So, again, definitely a league that I'm trying to cast more too, because it's a league that benefits from me casting it over and over, because the players are consistent. They stay on the same teams. It's easy to sort of figure out team dynamics since they do carry over. And strategies pretty much stay the same as well. You know, if you're tuning in, having watched me cast other leagues, again, if you want to sign up for League of Lads, you have to have a 5-stack already. It's not a draft league. So, if you know 5 people that you want to play Dota with, then you're relatively similar in skill. I don't know if there is a skill cap or what the rules are. They're somewhere on here. Just go ping Guam in some server. He'll invite it to you. And there's a bunch of rules to read through. Guam, GOAT admin. Anyways, I'm surprised the puck didn't get banned out. We also got an Earth Spirit too, but Earth Spirit's a little out there in terms of... I'm surprised people are picking it. But maybe they have a specialist player. So, we'll see how that goes for them. The Winter Wyvern's still good right now. DK plus that, it gives you a lot of tank. The only thing that's kind of tough is that Bat Rider is good into Winter Wyvern, I think. Especially if they're getting the jumps. Particularly, you want to pull somebody outside of Wyvern's range so that he can't, or the Wyvern can't just turn the fight completely with one single button press on that ultimate. I could. So the Jug's still in the pool, but I don't think it's too great. I think you want a hero that can at least avoid that Wyvern ultimate, plus dish out a lot of damage to like a DK. The only thing that sucks about Jug is into the Tusk. It's pretty bad. So maybe that's not what they're gonna go for. I could still see potentially a Spectre or Void Spirit. Yeah. What am I missing here? DK? Yeah. But the Void Spirit pick still really good. A lot of magical damage, so you don't have to worry about too much of that DK tanky bulkiness early on in the lane. It is going to be Void Spirit mid, and I assume they're going to throw the DK mid. That's what AC130 and Ka is assuming.
5 seconds remaining.
And I think that's what Ka's going for. It's just like, yeah, let's pick this high magic damage output mid that's going to hopefully not have to deal with the bulkiness that is DK. I didn't mean to go. What? Okay, so it is offlane DK. Well, I mean, we could just leave this open, whatever. I usually do anyways, because people sometimes talk during drafts anyways, especially in this league too. There's no all chat rules or anything like that, so it's a lot nicer than some other leagues where you can't say a single word in all chat. People don't like it. No comment on that, but anyways. They have their offlane. It's probably going to be a Tusk offlane. I mean, that's what you could do, and way far back in the past, that's what a lot of people did, was run Tusk offlane. It might not be the answer here. Maybe you run like you pick your offlaner right now, or again, they're saying it's going to be offlane DK, but offlane DK is trash. Like, it just doesn't feel like the hero does enough. I think you have to, every single patch, I think, you have to pick tempo offlaners. This one especially. You got to pick tempo offlaners that can initiate for you or be tanky for you. And there you go. Night Stalker being one of those. And you could either do the Tusk 3 or the Night Stalker 3 in this case as well. Night Stalker, very fast-paced. And same thing with Tusk. But those two paired together, very strong. The first night, a couple snowballs into Night Stalker Void Bash. What the hell is this ability called? What is this ability called? Oh, let me pull up Stream Manager. I can't believe I can't remember these. Void. It's just Void. Okay. Anyway, a couple voids, get some slows, get the silence on top of them to start the fight, which is very nice too. I don't think I've done my observer script either. Legit. Okay. And then the Pit Lord too. Very nice. Very nice. Pit Lord ban. Okay. That's really good. Playing Tusk into a Pit Lord is tough. And Pit Lord's pretty decent in DK too. Again, it's another hero where you can just kind of ignore that tankiness that he naturally has. PA, solid pick. Not into a Void Spirit. Not into a Bat Rider. Not into a Puck. Not into an... This is actually a terrible pick. I think there's way too much magic damage right now for a PA to deal with, and there's way too much lockdown. I also think a PA is just going to get kited too. And I'm not... I mean, they picked it because it synergizes well with the rest of their heroes. Like, if you're diving in with the Tusk, PA doesn't need to use the blink immediately that ways, or PA can initiate with the blink afterwards. But the problem is, if PA is getting caught out, she's just going to get exploded, right? Like, they have to be the ones initiating fights. Ideally, that's what you want. Because then Winter Wyvern can have a little bit more space to get a decent ult off. If you're playing very reactionary, Winter Wyvern is really good at reactionary Dota too in a fight, but you have to make sure you have decent vision, and it's hard to do. Night Stalker can shore up some of that, but Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think the PA is the right pick here. I think there's a couple of other heroes. They're going to Huskar them. So that's kind of shitty. And not because it's a bad hero. I'm not saying it's a bad pick. I'm saying they're just really shitty people for picking Huskar. Because nobody wants to play against this hero. But you do have the benefit of Huskar is decent in the PA. You have the disarm on Huskar, plus you can dodge a couple of hits too, so you don't get the flame stacks as fast as you normally would. But I mean, still, right? It's not like fantastic. Like, you're still gonna get those stacks on top of you, especially when he starts getting. He's gonna go early armlet. We'll see if they want to run it mid. I think they just run it safe lane. I've seen it both though. The more levels Huskar has, the better. They could just run a tri lane, honestly, and solo bottom Huskar. Only problem with that is you're into a Night Stalker Tusk, so Huskar is going to die a lot of times. And I'm not quite sure how you fix that with any of your heroes. Like, even if there are spirits down there, Huskar is going to die a lot of times. So I think maybe you have to throw the Void Spirit in with the Tusk Night Stalker combo. Because if you get sharded Void Spirit, Bat Rider, well, your other 4 heroes can escape it. So you need to put one of those heroes in a lane and just avoid Huskar being in the same lane as the Tusk, essentially. I think that's the strat here. Just do not lane the Huskar into the Tusk, and they will be just fine. If this Huskar gets big, Apes is going to have a lot of issues. But they have a draft that can kill him early on if they fuck up the matchups. So we'll see what goes on. I like Dyer's draft better, but they really don't have. I mean, other than Huskar, they don't have a frontliner, and I don't know if you really want Huskar as your only frontliner. I mean, yes, he is going to be the one playing very aggressively, just diving in without stopping. But having a little bit of tankiness outside of that would be nice. And it is going to be Huskar mid. Okay, and they are doing Void Spirit top. Yep, okay, makes sense. Very much. See, I'm like not terrible at predicting stuff in this game. I'm just mostly terrible. Like, I can't talk about mid lane matchups at all, because I don't know how to play mid, and the only hero I know how to play in this game is Clockwork, and I can maybe talk about how to play off lane, but even that I'm kind of like meh. Most of this, if I've only gotten to divine rank just because of muscle memory, I think that's it, and I can feel what's right to do. That's about it. Nothing is going on in my head when I play this game. Oh, a nice stand in front there to block the roll away. Might get another dagger too, and they could just keep going at this. Couple more right clicks too. I'm surprised they weren't going to chase Ka any further. Dropped very low, does have a salve, so we will be able to heal up. And it's not like they spent much either. I think they're going to have to back up from this bounty rune, and same thing top too. Might have to go for the dissimulate first on that Void Spirit, just to make sure you can get away. Do have a Bat Rider, just getting some damage into a DK. Did go for that Napalm first, which is a little scary, into a Tusk, but Jinx didn't actually go for the shards first, so not really going to make him pay for it, because you got a level Firefly at level 2 here. We do have... Oh, okay, Kyle just walked back to base. He didn't want to spend his salve this early on, so plenty of time to walk back to base and just TP in, and you got those 3 TPs now for quite a while, so... Mid, we'll see if Fatalness can get the early start. I think it's going to be a tough lane for DK, because again, there's a lot of magical damage, but as soon as he gets a couple of levels into Dragon Blood, you can tank 2, 3, 4 stacks of Huskar's Flames, just straight up. Like, it won't do any damage to you, because you're just out regenning them, which is very nice. So it makes Huskar have to throw in like the 3 extra spears in order to kill you. And there's going to be a lot of times where you're just going to survive because you have all that extra regen. And not a lot of other heroes have that. Sorry. Have to stay hydrated. Dota Plus levels. Okay. people use Dota Plus in this game. And yeah, since he didn't go Shards first, he can get Resonant Pulse first. But I think as soon as Tusk gets level 3, they need to go for something. It's just that they can't because they laned it correctly. This is really smart from AC130. Like, they picked the right lanes. They threw the Huskar mid. The Huskar into a DK feels pretty good. I think it's pretty even for the most part. Obviously, Jaw's going to take a lot of damage early on, but Jaw literally played this matchup Sunday night. I can't remember what side he was on, but I think he played this matchup Sunday night, if I remember correctly. The DK into a Huskar, and it turned out, or maybe it wasn't the DK, it was some other hero. But still very similar as to what I was saying. You get that extra regen, which is nice, and yeah. He's going to put a couple levels into it, pops a Tango, and, you know, he's back damn near full health. Jinx running forward, Ka able to block off some of that magical damage, and Tusk just has to back off too, taking way too much damage from right clicks. I'm missing first blood. They actually got it bottom. Onto the puck too. Must have just used the orb a little bit too soon. Couldn't actually use it to escape there. We'll see. Mid, Huskar taking an early lead. It's kind of what we expect. And DK farms the jungle a bit better, so can kind of catch up. But yeah, early on he's just going to get trashed. It's all about levels at this point. He needs to not die. And that's really all the only way you can look at it. Get an early soul ring and just start going in the jungle early on, because he can't stay here for too long. They maybe could have ran PA mid, honestly, but I don't think that would really benefit you too much. Jaw is going to start going off into the jungle, farming some creeps. He knows he can. I mean, he can just keep pushing this out too. It's going to be back and forth for quite a bit here. Another creep wave coming underneath the tower top. They're doing a bit of damage into the Void Spirit. We'll get the taunt. He doesn't have Dissimilate yet, and they don't have shards either. And I'm surprised he didn't put a level in the shards, deciding to go for Snowball instead. I think shards would have been a bit better here, especially for the block too. But well, at least more so for the block. But they might just lose. The Huskar misses the taunt onto the Tusk. And nice block there from Jinx will save his core player. And actually, I don't even know who they're running the 3 yet. It looks like it's Huskar 3 since he's picking up most of the CS down there. Luka dropping a bit low, but they're going to keep going at the puck. It's a short orb, but I don't think they can keep chasing. Pipsqueaker might go for a couple more right clicks, but it's definitely not going to get the kill. Just getting the slow and some more damage onto Ka. Taking the harass. Yeah, and mid's pretty much over at this point. He's just going to keep stacking and farming creeps. Maybe walking over when the tower keeps pushing this. And Fatalness is doing a really nice play here to keep the creep wave from sitting underneath the tower the whole time, so we can at least make sure the DK stays out for a lot longer. You might see somebody rotate soon. I think Jinx needs to pick up level 4 shards and just rotate mid. And they try to go for something. It might take 2 heroes even, but your DK is just struggling. That he had to leave mid so quickly here, and I think Crucial Taunt is a bit far out. We'll get the slow again. The taunt going to miss. I think it actually hit on a creep too, but Baker taking a couple of tower shots, knows he needs to back, so they can't keep diving there. Being careful. Jaw is level 5 to go for 1 level in the stun too, so if somebody rotated over, could potentially get that kill, and especially once he gets ult here too with another creep wave. A lot of stacks going in, but Huskar isn't level 6 yet, so he doesn't want to dive. Same thing with Baker too. We are going to look at these bounty runes. Does need to hit a snowball here, but does he really want to use it? Because he's going to tank a lot of that Firefly. Does get the stun, but not in time as Baker gets the pickup. Doesn't have enough mana for the Firefly, and he's getting slowed. A rotation over from Crucial Taunt, and that's about as easy as it gets. A couple of right clicks there. Get the stun from Ned, but it's not in time. And Jaw actually gets the kill too, which is huge. And I think you'll be pretty happy with that if you're Jaw. We do see a creep camp block, but he's farming the ward too, so worth hashtag. Did lose the Void Spear top. I didn't even see that one. Again, that's really what you gotta... They didn't even need the shards there. So it is just the snowball into the tag team. And these two heroes pairing really well. It's the first night, so it's... What do you expect? Hard for that Void Spear to get away. Especially without that Dissimilate early on to go the 202. I think the build is 212 at level 5, but I'm not sure. See what he actually ends up going here. Josh still just farming the jungle. I still think he's pretty happy now. He's gotten the kill. He's level 6. He's somewhat keeping up with Huskar. It's actually not too bad. Only 2 CS behind. Obviously, the Fatalness has a bit more denies, but in terms of XP, he's only down, what, by about 100? If even. 200. 300. Just about. Couple more creeps there. Fatalness diving in. Did get the stun from DK though, so yeah, he can't really just pop ult and get a kill immediately. And this is where you might see a rotation from the Tusk. Did actually go bottom. However, the snowball into Ka needs to hit that roll away, but no, blocked it. Luca with the blink. A nice pickup there. Luca just throwing out dimes. The nice assist there from Jinx. Actually picking up that kill too, stealing it away from his PA, but take the kill nonetheless. It's giving them an early 4-0 lead in terms of kills and keeping the ball out of Huskar's court. You cannot let this hero get accelerated early on. And again, that's why I really think Tusk just needs to get into that mid lane. Did pick up the 1 level in shards. I think you need a bit more mana on John. You could potentially go for it. And I think they are pinging it too. With Jinx rotating mid, maybe looking for a snowball, plus the shards, but you still got to be careful. Would be nice if the Tusk was 6 for this. Fatalness can't really dive this either, because he does have that snowball on the Tusk, plus a rotation too. You just got to expect it. I don't think he actually will. Tanking some of the tower hits here. He's getting some nice denies. We'll get some flame stacks, and we'll see if we actually get a rotation. Crucial Taunt has 8 stacks on him of the napalm, but not gonna die. Able to just run away. And yeah, Jinx actually TPing away, so they're not gonna go with this one. Ja just deciding, you know what, I just need to farm, get my first big item in the treads, and then maybe we'll just take over mid, go push the tower with the DK ult. And that'll be our opening. They might kill off bottom, though. They've killed off the Night Stalker. So they did get their first kill, but little boy Noah getting a couple of hits in from Luca. And Luca actually getting that one. The roll in, plus the tower focus. I don't think they have enough damage for this. There's a rotation down from the Huskar, and Luca looks very dead with the kick. Ka stealing that one away. Again with the rotation from Huskar. All these supports stealing the kills. I think they're going to find links too. The snowball, it's only making a bit of space. Gets the stun into Ka, but 2 hits from Fatalness. More than enough to do it. And Jaws actually rotated mid now. Doesn't quite have the treads, but is on the courier coming. So he will just go after the tower hit here. Has a stun for the puck. Gets the silence, but he's already used the orb. There is no silence yet, so they can't quite get the focus in. DK just focusing on the tower. The rotation over from Fatalness. He needs to get the ult off. The slow is there from Cut. They've also already brought down the Wyvern, so there's no heal for this. Doing a bit of damage mitigation there with the Breathe Fire. But is Ja tanky enough for this? I think so. No, he chooses not to go up the hill. Thought the roll would come through, but Ka just waiting for him to make a decision. Waits very patiently and hits it, and they do get the kill over on the Ja. Look at canceling out clarity there. And well, I mean, the ball's completely in the other court now. This is a Huskar game, and it's kind of his game from here on out. I mean, I know it's early, but it seriously feels like their game to lose. Like, if they're not going to play high tempo with the Huskar, you're not going to win. And that's really what they're looking to do, I think, especially with daytime, too. You don't have to play in that nighttime Night Stalker. See if the Huskar gets the haste rune. I don't think they saw Wyvern, though, so he won't actually run over there. But there's going to be a rotation over from the Huskar with that haste rune. And John needs to be careful here. He already used the stun. Could ult him, but no. Huskar just backing. Doesn't want to go uphill. Sees the Wyvern mid, but I don't think he's going to dive for this. Does have level 4 Flame Spear. Or Burning Spear. Luca's still sitting bottom. I get a ping from Pig too, so I think maybe they're looking at killing off the PA. Still just sitting in the shadows. Sure, he can't quite be seen. We'll pop here soon, and yeah, there it does actually. And we'll see if Ka can hit it. Does the roll completely off. They also hit the coil too, plus the ult, but there's the coil pop with the kick. Blinks back a couple of hits, easily gets him. Nice setup there from Noah. And yeah, the roll miss doesn't even matter. And again, I'm surprised they're not going a little bit more aggressive onto the Huskar, or at least being a little bit more aggressive onto that tower. They get the taunt over on a crucial taunt, plus the pullback, but there's the save from Pipsqueaker. He rotated up, dropping lower to that napalm stacks and gets the kill, does Ned, not letting him get away. Pipsqueaker might even fall low too, but the rotation up from DK. Void knows he has to get back out. Ned just running away. The snowball gonna miss, has the shards if they want to go for it. Ned is just stuck in between a hard spot and a rock right now. So many heroes have rotated top, and I think he'll take it because they lost bottom tower. Looks like they're about to lose mid too, especially if Fatalist can just get a couple of hits into this. I think it's going to be gone. See another rotation top two from Ka and Luca. Maybe a bit too far out, but they do have Ja in the area with the ultimate as well. And now, while Ka's the one that's a little bit out of position, the ult going off, needs to hit the roll, gets stunned by DK, and I don't think he has time, especially with the dagger coming through. There was just no way. They've lost the mid tower, however. Just in the wrong neighborhood there was Ka. And, well, I mean, Ned's still just farming underneath the tower, too. This is a really hard kill to get. Does pop the Dissimulate to get a little bit further away. Needs to be careful of that Ja stun. Does come out very quick from that DK form. Has used it already, though. They don't have the Batrider ult to initiate into this, but the two-man coil, actually, he missed the PA. They will get the early kill onto the Tusk, so a lot of their save is gone, and they also don't have that Wyvern ult either. Ka hitting the kick through, but it's not going to connect. Once again, Ja just hiding in the trees. I don't think they have a stun. I think he can just go for the TP, but he doesn't quite have mana. He has the Mango, though. Not going to hit it. Will just tick down. Noah picking up the kill, and it looks like PA Luca able to get the TP out. I don't think they had it. No. Yeah, he would have had the Aether Remnant. So, yeah, I think he was saving it. I think he had that in time. To see Pipsqueaker running away. We'll see if he gets the taunt. He doesn't see him TP, though. It comes out just a bit too late. And, well, we got an even game. Again, AC130, one of the top teams. Apes rated 7th, and sorry, I'm alt-tabbed here to just bring up the rankings. I mean, a win here would put Apes at 10 points. 2 wins would put them at 11. Not really moving up in the rankings too much, but it would put them tied with Toxic Tacos. So, still doing a bit better. 2-0 would definitely help in terms of seeding. See with Ka rotating mid potentially, but I don't think they can find anything. Finding a nice regen rune too is Luca, but it's just kind of like they lost their sense of purpose. Like they don't have an angle at this game anymore. Haven't taken a single tower yet, and it really feels dangerous too because of the amount they can rotate. You have the Tusk to be afraid of, you have the Batrider ultimate, you have the Huskar. It's definitely a very aggressive team drafted by AC130. Allows them to just go for really aggressive smokes like this too. That ward might have caught them, but I think they were in the trees actually. Jinx still backing, so I think he will be just fine. A ping from Ned. We'll see if they find the PA. No, goes for the TP away. Senses it coming. And nobody's going to die from this. Will be Ned running back mid. Again, I don't think they can find him. It's just okay picking up the bounty runes. We'll see if they rotate top to try and take something. And top might be the answer. You have DK ult once again. Problem is, you already used DK ult to try and take this tower. You lost the fight. You only got it to half health. It's not really accomplishing too much with it as Baker spots out Crucial Talent. The ult coming out so he can fly over the trees is going to lose his courier, plus gets slowed from the Night Stalker, but he can't keep diving for this. He might have already gone too far, but no, he can just keep flying out and over. The ult from Baker, not quite there, but no, there's the stun from Ka. A nice roll will land, plus the ultimate from Huskar, and Crucial Taunt eventually is going to die. Ka again hitting the roll. Damn near perfect with these. I've only seen him miss one. And, well, going too far is Crucial Taunt, and the rest of his team doesn't feel comfortable taking the tower without him. And they could maybe get a consolation kill, but I don't think they can kill Noah. So just gonna have to look that one down and not actually pick it up. We have seen Dire slow it down quite a bit, though, is the thing. So but I mean, when you're controlling the tempo of a game against a Night Stalker, like, you still feel pretty good, because this Night Stalker has been kept pretty far behind. The courier falling. Ja losing that one. Did get his items beforehand, however, so not really hurting too much from it. Just the extra gold is very nice. I should swap over to net worth. Do see Pipsqueak just farming up the Ancients, and yeah. Luca mid. And again, they really just can't find any openings into this game. Like, they just have to keep farming for now and hope that, you know, maybe Luca gets an item and they try and find a pick off and they snowball it from there. No pun intended. And on the other side of things, I'm surprised AC130 has slowed the game down instead of just being like, okay, let's just like death ball out of control right now. Start going in a couple towers. They're similarly going to save at least Ned for now, and I think they'll just get a return kill. But no, Baker got silence, couldn't get the ultimate off the kick. When the slow is gonna miss, he just almost ran back into it. The roll again missing, gets the taunt. However, Crucial Taunt is so quick, though. I don't think they have any more. Catch the roll, finally does hit. Crucial Taunt ran back into it, plus the puck coil. They'll finally get the kill, and the creep wave is conveniently right here, but I don't think they're gonna keep pushing. Was a lot spent to kill one hero, however. It's a lot of space for Ja, who was just farming bottom the entire time. I mean, this bottom tower is super hard to take. He's also got a Midas, too. I didn't even realize this, but it does seem like a late Midas, and the more space you give him, the worse it's going to get for Dire. Actually just missed a kill, too. Looks like they killed off the Bat Rider. Completely Luca just getting that kill, but this is going to be a really quick Roche, and there is no response to it at all. Fatalness getting low, the shards in, but does he have a snowball target? I don't think so. The taunt blocking it, and they didn't quite have vision, but rolling forward is Ka, already getting a bit low. Hit the stun on Luca, got him in the snowball, and ran the wrong way with Ka. Luca just gets a crit, and he is gone. Puck taking a bit of damage from the coil, but I still think he's gonna live. Pipsqueak just saying, all right, okay, I'll just die for this, but not even gonna pick it up. Is gonna be able to get away. Noah picking up that one in a little greedy play there from Pipsqueak. Gets the taunt for it, or the tip for it too. I mean, at least you got a kill in the middle of that if you're Luca, but your net worth is still looking pretty sad. See Fennel is still getting closer to that halberd, and I don't know, it's like you go for that halberd and you end the game. I think he's got it right now even, so I think they just need to group up at this point. Armlet plus halberd on the Huskar, that's really all you need, and it just feels like there's no answer. Lost it all to this Huskar. Ja gonna stun up the DK. Does get the kick back, however, and the perfect combo into the taunt. They're just completely controlling Ja. Gets exploded. Again, Ka is just coming through in the clutch with these rolls. Sealing this game, what feels like 40 seconds without the DK, and he's not here for the defense against this push.
Got it.
See them uphill into the tier 3s. They do have a fortify. See how quickly they want to use this. They did take the top T1 finally. But, Ooh, Dragon Scale actually helping them out quite a bit. His Fatalness is actually able to dish out quite a bit of damage into this tower. Looking for the initiation from Batrider, but he doesn't have the ultimate. I'm surprised they haven't stunned up Fatalness just a bit. There's a... it's kind of a something, but the problem is if they roll in with the Snowball, Ka is going to be there with... or if they roll in, Ka is going to be there almost immediately. A nice ultimate, only gets one. Noah taking a bit of damage to start, but they'll try and go on the Batrider. Does go for the high five, doesn't get it. 30 seconds without the Batrider. They've gotten the kill early, but Jaw is just gone again, and they can't kill off this pesky Huskar. Look at the damage. He is just dishing out. Luca getting a kill too, Ka going too far, but how do they kill the Huskar? Fatalness is just balling out of control. Double kill for him, and they're losing everyone inside the base. They haven't stopped Ned either. He's just creating so much space for his core player. And it feels like almost a perfect draft, honestly. They could go on a Fatalness, but he's still got the Aegis. Luca doesn't want to jump in because he's really just going to lose his life. They will back, though, because they saved the other towers for now. The tier 2s are still standing. Ooh. 5-0-7 though for Fatalness, like a perfect game from him. I think there was a couple slow points where they could have been a bit more aggressive, but I mean, you're winning the game. Like 22 minutes in, you've already taken Rax. It's an 8k gold lead. It's got the lasso on Batrider up too. Find a nice ward. And well, it's top tower. It's gonna fall pretty quick too with this Dragon Scale. And I think the Aegis is about to expire pretty soon here, so this tower gonna fall in the meantime, and I don't think Radiant can fight. They know that Aegis is still up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
18, that's actually so good. Still see Cloud rolling in. Ja just knows he has to play very careful in his own jungle, even as they have decent warding over here. From Dire. AC130 just, I mean, it's pretty much just straight out outplaying Apes at this point. You know, they've gotten to a point. They haven't lost a single series yet. It's looking like it's going to be the same. You know, the best outcome for Apes now is just a tie, because this game pretty much feels over. Cup playing very aggressive, rolling in, gets the silence, but didn't get the stun, so Pipsqueak able to just fly away. Still has the ultimate too. Ka getting trapped up. Could go for the rollout, hits it, because nobody was able to stop it. Yeah, and he's outside the base. Ka just going past tier 3s, and they couldn't do anything to stop it. Crucial Taunt even popping the ultimate too. But I mean, that's almost gone. It's getting completely no use out of it, and they could just wait till it's over and then go back in. The Aegis is now gone. But you're looking at a Huskar that's almost got a Satanic, has the Reaver. Like, how do you kill this man? Once again, Luca diving forward, doesn't hit the coil, so he should be able to pick up the kill. Onto the puck, needs a crit, didn't get it. The roll in from Ka plus the silence, locking the Apex or Luca in. A couple more hits will bring him down. The kill from Ned, the Void Spirit, enough to get the last hit there. Fatalness now getting stunned up from the snowball. Link's just making space though. Jinx, sorry. You know, just again, you can't live. Just too much damage output from the Huskar, and they honestly could not leave the base there. I'm not sure why they were so far out, but it just ends up falling apart. Now they have to give up the last, the top tier 3. And well, they didn't take the bottom tier 2 yet, so you can't get mega'd. But they could just go for the game end, honestly. I think at this point you could just go for the game end. Because there's really no stopping them. Baker getting some very nice aggressive wards, able to spot this one out, and I don't think they're going to get dewarded either. There is an eggs on DK. It's a 4th level of Elder Dragon. I think you just get boosted 1 too, but he's not level 3 yet. Bonus magic resistance is nice. Nope. They're just going to play it safe, which I respect. They know they're still respecting the damage of Luca. Like, that output is still good. Doesn't have the Deso yet, but I mean, he got a couple of crits. The puck is gone, plus the Batrider. Like, you have some squishy heroes that you still have to play safe with. And going high ground is going to make that even harder. So you might as well just go bottom. Maybe wait for Roche in a minute. And just throw your head at it again. And it's most likely going to be successful. Especially if you get that second Aegis. Gonna do just fine for them. Nice Craigie coat there over on Noah, I think. You just give that to Ka. He's been playing very aggressively. Then they're actually playing a really aggressive move here from Radiant. Again, I don't think they want to be this far out. Get the blink away from the Bat Rider, plus the coil again onto nothing. He's missed it completely, botched it. A nice ult there from the Wyvern at the same time, doing a lot of damage into Baker, and they get it up. They killed off the Bat Rider, but that's just it. I think they need to get out of here, as Noah ticking lower, but he's not going to die for sure. Just fighting up into that Night Stalker is Ned, still taking a couple of right clicks, and I don't think he can actually fight this one. The Huskar on the backside. Ned finally finding that kill. They find the Wyvern before the Snowball was able to come out, getting the Lotus Orb too over into Tusk. As it does come out a bit late, it's only delaying the inevitable once again, and I think the only person to escape here is going to be Luca. They're not going to find him. Did split that fight up completely, but they just can't stop the Huskar.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Blink out a lasso does cancel the lasso, yes. I think that's what happened anyways. And yeah, I'm surprised they were that far out of the base. It really felt like a point where they could have just waited. Maybe gone for the outpost steal and then waited for them to come high ground or something.
Bottom tower has fallen.
But yeah, and the high ground is inevitable. Again, they're really only catching one hero with the Wyvern ults, and they do get the kill this time. But it's like, at what cost? Like, Huskar is still just coming in really late to the fight. You can't kill off Ned either because, I mean, this hero is so mobile. It's hard to lock him down. Especially when you don't have something like Puck Coil. As they will just back the Satanic now on the Huskar. So, I think we'll see them go into Roche soon. 5 seconds in there. Noah's almost timing it perfectly, too. Like, they're going to find this immediately as it's spawning. Look at that cheese pickup, and I think you just throw it on Ned. I mean, you could throw it. You could argue for Huskar, too, I guess. He does have the item slot for, I mean, arguably for both. You just get rid of the Bracer. Cheese Aegis would be very nice. Should be going for BKB next, I think. That is a really early scan, too, from Radiant, so they're just completely missing the timing. Fatalness, finding Roche. Oh, that sucks. That definitely hurts if you are Radiant. If you're Apes, you use the scan just a second too early, and they don't realize they're in Roche. I don't think they really want to fight it anyways, but maybe you can play aggressive and just try and pick off a hero while they're rushing. Like Noah playing bottom here. Let's see if they actually still want to go for it. This is pretty far away from Roche, so they could potentially just hit the Wyvern ult, but I don't think so. Luca just going for the farming. Couple of clicks. They'll try and find the puck, but he's already away. Let's get the outpost steal, but in comes the Bat Rider. Do they want to fight them at this outpost? I think they will, because a lot of their team is here, and they're so far outside the base. Where's the Blinken? Where's the initiation? The stun? They've already TP'd away on the PA, so a lot of their damage is gone. The Bat Rider ultimate onto a creep. He missed it completely. Again, Ka is falling. That's about the best outcome you could get for Radiant, but you're still losing so many heroes. You've gotten 2 kills onto the Bat Rider and the Earth Spirit, but you lost your Night Stalker. Ned just putting out so much damage, and in comes Fatalness, the slowest hero of them all, but you just can't deal with that damage. Triple kill for Ned at the end of the day. And even when they're fibbing some of their abilities, it just doesn't matter. Ned is able to get on top of your heroes. Their 2 cores weren't there either. The DK falling pretty much completely to the Void Spirit. Yeah, and there's the self-teammate tip. Oh, the Lotus Orb to lock down Pipsqueak, plus the taunt. He's going to come immediately out of this and just get exploded by Ned. Crystal is doing so much damage there. Nick, Jinx dropping, and I think that's just GG. Crucial taunt, maybe getting a kill, but jumping in is the Huskar, plus the taunt, getting locked down. Luca jumping forward, trying to get a kill in the end, but it's not going to happen. Game is over. Double kill at the very end for Noah. Well, it wasn't a clean game, but it was definitely a perfect game for the Huskar. Fatalness, hell of a performance. Not dying once, 8-0-10, and that's really what you want to see when you pick the hero. The last pick, Huskar, it's just so out of the blue, and it's hard to counter too. I feel like Radiant had a chance. They gave him a little bit of space, but you really got to have earlier rotations in the Huskar's lane. You can't just let him free farm until he gets armlet, and you know, as soon as he gets armlet, they're just going to start snowballing over you, especially once he gets that Roche. Let's see what the password is. There it is. All right, we'll jump back into game 2. But yes, AC130 still hasn't lost a series. Do improve to 15 points, but we do have a game 2 coming up in a BO2. Last week of the League of Lads. I don't even know what season this is, honestly. But yeah, we'll be right back for game 2. Let's get it.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to pick.
Accidentally unplugged my mic. But yeah, the Void Spirit, Ned just had an incredible game. Like, just gets a couple of items and he's just tearing through your entire lineup. Like, they had no answer for it. And the ban is definitely respected here. And the same thing elsewise, AC130 sticking with Slaughter and Lich, which I believe was their last time. Yeah, Slaughter and Disruptor, actually. So the Disruptor got through, and I'm surprised it did because Apes has first pick here.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Oops. Okay. I mean, I don't mind this. Like, the Tusk early on, again, it didn't really work for them last game, but I think that's just because they didn't... Oh, sorry. Sorry if there's a lot of feedback there. Just because they didn't really, like, play with pace, I guess. They didn't play it too aggressively, and that's something they can definitely fix. I will say for Apes, their banners are so much better than AC130's. Like, that's at least a victory in my mind. That's like half a point in my mind. See the IO coming out, so you have IO on the other end, and well, what do you pair this with nowadays? Like, do you still do the gyrocopter pick? I don't think gyro is as good anymore, but this also could be the core IO just kind of screwing around. No, they're not going to lose the match, and I mean, they're still well above some of the other teams. I think AC130 is actually improving. Guam's playing tomorrow. What time? That doesn't make any sense, Guam. You can't just post the date.
Dire team's turn to pick.
I guess it's the default time? Anyways, AC130 has 15 points now. Only one team can realistically pass them. And Liquid Skyward, who is 4-1-6 with 14 points currently. And I believe they play... Actually, I don't know when they play. People need to schedule. But they are playing somebody. Handsome Athletic Man. Toilet Bell. Or maybe they're not, actually. Skyward? Is that there? Oh, well, that's weird. They're not in the sheet. Maybe they played more matches. Hold on one sec. I'm trying to figure this out. So they've played 6 plus... Wait a minute. 12, 13, 14, 15 matches? At the same time, they've played 8 plus 10, 18 matches. What the fuck is happening? 12, 14,
10 seconds remaining.
17 matches. Oh, okay. This still doesn't make any
5
sense.
seconds remaining.
No, they played 18. Okay, everybody's played 18 matches. Except for Acer Zombie and fucking Pepegas, who have played 19, I think. Or they played 2 more matches than everybody else. Alright, I have no idea what's happening. I have to go read the rulebooks. Anyways, they picked the IO Slark. Interesting. I will say that. It is interesting, especially when you get a couple of stacks into the Slark too. That IO is going to start throwing out his attacks or its attacks a lot harder, a lot quicker. Like,
Dire team's turn to pick.
yeah, I could see that being a legit combo, and you could run it with the Legion too. But I think they're going to run Legion Nyx. Slark feels okay into Beastmaster. I think you can purge off the Beastmaster Axe debuff. Don't quote me on that one, but I think you can.
Radiant team ban.
See the Monkey King too, so that gives them a decent amount of team fight, and it's decent into Legion too, right? Legion, I mean, you pretty much have to duel the Tusk or the AA, I think. Like, Beastmaster Monkey King's pretty tanky. You can still get the Beastmaster, but ideally the Tusk, because that snowball save is going to be there. And it's really easy to get off against a Legion too. I'm kind of surprised they picked it, honestly. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you, Guam. 9:30. So 8:30 Central Time tomorrow. Guam is playing somebody. And I don't know if there's any other games tomorrow for like MD2O.
5 seconds remaining.
Every single league has like different timings. Where it is? Sorry, I'm trying to do like a bunch of different things at once right now, and it's probably a bad idea. Here we go. Sunday at 6. I could maybe do that. It's gonna stretch it though. But yeah, we do get the last ban in the TA. And a puck ban too, which I'm kind of surprised by, but Apes did sort of struggle with that. Again, he did miss quite a bit of puck ults there. But they know exactly what some of these guys are playing. I think Ned is going to go mid, so they will just save the last pick for that. And you could potentially throw the Monkey King mid too, so we'll see if they switch it up here. And maybe put Ja on a different hero. Oh, Ja's playing Magnus. Okay. I think the Magnus mid is legit, especially when Ja is playing it. I've seen this guy ball out. This seems like a stacked team, honestly, and mostly because of Ja, but they are sort of struggling. They're a middling team right now. Let's see, AC130. I mean, that team's legit too. I'm surprised Toxic Tacos isn't doing better.
5 seconds remaining.
Because they're still at the bottom. Who's the #1 team right now, actually? All right. Anyways, I'll look at this. I'll look at all this after the game. Let's talk about the draft right now. So I do like the combo of Magnus Monkey King. Like, you're able to keep people in that ultimate longer, which is great. If you're initiating with a Beastmaster, hopefully other teams just like freaks out into a Beastmaster roar, and then Monkey King can get a really nice ult going onto multiple heroes. Then they just get stuck in. Legion Commander has a hard time initiating. I think if Apes has a little bit better or an easier draft anyways, because you're finding kills with a Tusk AA combo. Beastmaster's not too bad with that either. You could initiate with the Tusk Magnus too. It's not great, but it works. And Tusk is probably just going to snowball solo for most of this game. Other than like Monkey King, there's not really any other heroes that it's like, yes, put them in there. I would rather have the Beastmaster outside so his roar can come off a bit easier and you're not just getting stunned after it. Yep, they're running the Gyro IO. Okay, I didn't think they would do it, but maybe this is a Gyro mid. And it is Fatalness, so it's probably a Gyro mid with Ned going top on the Slark. Yeah, I think that's the play. And then you go, what's Baker? Did I not talk about Baker last game? I don't remember. Anyway, Baker on the Nyx Assassin. Then we also have Noah switching over from the puck onto that Legion now. And Ka playing the IO. Ka had such a great game last game. It's unfortunate he's playing a hero like IO now, but maybe he'll just ball out on that too. I mean, he literally is a ball. Jinx on the Tusk once again, sticking with that Pipsqueak on that AA. Crucial Taunt on the Beastmaster again, going off lane. Kind of struggled last game on the Night Stalker, but I mean, they really didn't have like a dedicated offlaner last game, and I think it hurt them quite a bit. It was pretty much a 2-core lineup. Luca on the Monkey King should be in the safe lane with Pipsqueak on the AA and Ja Magnus going mid into Gyrocopter. It's a little bit better matchup. It's going to be easier to play than into a Huskar. And for sure, the Huskar was just the last pick cheese last game. So that's why they were really unprepared for it. We'll see if anybody's chatting a little bit. No drama, which is good. Just play some chill Dota for now. Level 18 IO. Let's go, Ka. Hell yeah. Level 13 Beastmaster. Damn. These guys are pro. Okay. So I'll remember to switch over to net worth earlier this time. I promise. See how we get started here. They do start with the smoke so they can get out a bit quicker, and I think Ja wants to get a ward off quickly. Way before they're able to get the other one off. But Ned's actually going mid. And they are running the IO gyro. Okay, that's a little strange. That's not what I was expecting. Because I was expecting them to do like the gyro mid fatalness, since he did play mid last game, but I guess they could be switching it up. They don't want to dual lane, and I mean, the Slark IO isn't the greatest. You just got to run it with the gyro, I think. I'm surprised they didn't ban it since it was like a first pick IO, but I mean, either way, it works. They're able to still find that matchup, and Baker is going to walk into a world of hurt.
30 seconds to battle.
A world of hurt, unless they get spotted right now, which I think Noah is making the smart play and just running high ground, so they're not going to get this. But again, pops the tag team. I think they get this a bit easier, but maybe the tag team is actually going to get it. 3 stacks on the Monkey King, does pick it up, but no, they don't get the kill. And again, I think you go for the ice shards there. Like, I'm just surprised that's not what they're going for. Because then you can get Luca in front, and you presumably get 3 charges a lot quicker. And sure, you did a lot of damage, but again, just like last game, Noah just walks back to base, and that's it. You don't get the kill, and I would claim that not successful, since he is just back in base. He's full health, he's using a TP. Not really losing much. Double high five, triple high five, quadruple. Yeah, they're just dicking around. Oh my god, there's too much crap on the map now. And Jinx comes over to ruin it. Wow, what a dick. No fun, Jinx. And what the fuck is happening? The triple tip for Ja, plus the tip from Pipsqueak. Okay, I don't know what's happening. We'll see the mid. This is going to be an easier matchup for Ja than last game, but I still think he's going to struggle. Is taking quite a bit of damage. That stacks coming in from Ned. Already up to 8 early on. And yeah, he's just going to own in terms of CS. Especially when he's keeping these stacks up like this quickly. Like, should be able to get this one. No, actually, nice play there from Ja. But, yeah. Once he gets a level 1 pounce, I think maybe Ja just dies. And it's actually going to come here pretty quickly. But Ja already level 2 since he caught the creeps dead a bit sooner. And he's starting out on tops in terms of CS, but see how we'll come back to this lane and see how that continues to go. They are soloing bottom on the Beastmaster, and that means top they have the AA plus the Tusk. And this is, again, you need to go shards first. I really don't think the tag team first. Like, sure, you're like, I want to harass, so I'm gonna pop tag team, but I think you get a lot of these kills if you just go for shards first. This is gonna hit the double stun, might block him. Noah, nope, he's just walking away. Pops the salve, and they miss it again. Alright, I've talked about it enough. You go shards first, you get these kills. To see Beastmaster TPing back to get behind the tower. He's got level 3 on Ned, not quite going for you. He's taking a lot of damage, but he dodges the skewer back underneath the tower, so he's not going to take that. And oh my gosh, Jaw's actually doing so much damage. It's level 2 in power. This is why I can't talk about mid matchups, because my takes are just so wrong about mid matchups. But Jaw is also a god, so like he's just gonna outplay a lot of this lane. Like, even if his hero is worse, I think he's still like a lot better than most mid laners. And he's able to win these matchups that aren't exactly in his advantage. He's pulling even with him. The problem is Luca is just getting free farm top. There's nothing that a Legion commander can do into a Monkey King, especially if they keep pulling too, which I don't think they're actually gonna get. Baker is doing a nice job of pulling these creeps around. And yeah, look at this regen on the next two. Like, it doesn't matter. It might have been the reason why they needed to leave the Tusk top. But Beastmaster just not able to solo anymore, taking quite a bit of damage. And Fatalness is getting free farm. So both cores on either team are getting free farm, and who benefits from it more? Gyro is struggling just a bit. more than the Monkey King Luca with 9 CS advantage on that. And it looks like, yeah, the Slark's still just taking so much more damage. He can't trade with the Empowered Magnus. Actually does 105 damage compared to just the 70 on the Slark. And it takes too long to build the stacks up. Like, it works initially when he doesn't have more levels in Empower, but yeah, he just can't approach the Magnus anymore. Because one Agi stack is not enough. But I get a CS here, the Northwest Outpost. Okay, Baker just walked over. Is able to get that in between his creep pulling. And he's creating a lot of space for his boy too. Noah up to level 3. Not sapping too much XP either, which you like if you're the off laner. Almost level 4. Luca already there. And we'll see what Jinx wants to do. They could maybe get a kill, but I'm surprised he hasn't put a level into Axes. That's about the only way they get a kill. Bottom with these two. And yeah, they're just denying everything under tower too. Like, it's kind of insane the way they're playing right now. Ka actually going to get snowballed, but again, they don't have shards to follow this up, but I think the tag team is going to be enough to slow from the boar, blocking him as Fatalness, but no, he's going to live. With the Sal pop, and Ned actually gets a kill mid onto Ja. Completely missed it. Looks like he just tried trading a little bit too much. And Ja just ran out of mana. A very big kill for Ned, and that puts him right back into the thick of it. Was falling behind, but now he's feeling just fine. Finding a haste rune too? Like, this feels really good for Ned. And a rotation mid from Pipsqueaker. He can't find the kill. Still waiting on the level 6 for Magnus. Does have the 2 bracers, so I don't think he's going to be dying again, but you'll take it if you're Slark. Definitely needed the kill there. Bottom Fatalist, maybe going on to the Beastmaster, but no, it's not going to happen. He's just too slow. Plus, he's splitting the damage from the Q with the boar. We'll hit the... Oh, almost hit the shards, and I think that might have been close if that actually lands there. But we'll see a little bit of fighting over the Northwest Outpost once again. Noah trying to steal that one back, but taking a lot of damage from the Monkey King. Is going to get 3 stacks here. Gets the stun, gets the 3 stacks, but do they have enough damage? I think they do. No, the stun. Noah just styles on Luca there. And he doesn't have mana for the TP, but I mean, at this point, the Monkey King's not farming this entire time. I think you're still happy with this. Ja not even paying attention to this right now. Does have the Q. Will hit the skewer. Gets the last hit too. And Baker's still level 1. Luca gonna miss the stun. And bottom, they've killed off the Beastmaster finally. So we did get Noah there falling. And we lost the Tusk too? When did this happen? Oh, they lost both bottom. Okay. Oh, I completely missed that. But yeah, Baker's still level 1. We're 6 minutes into this game. I guess we could flop over to net worth like this early. I mean, we might want to leave it on CS, since we still haven't gotten above 50 yet. Ja still sitting on top. He also did pick up that kill. But it's more space for Ned. And it looks like he's actually gotten his treads picked up too. So that'll help him quite a bit. Extra attack speed is always nice. Plus extra agi too. See Baker missing a CS there. Does finally pick up level 2. And level 2 Nyx isn't actually that good. So it's mostly you just need levels in that stun. Need to get level 6 on him sooner. I'm surprised they've like sacked his XP as much. Because I think that level 6 is really where a lot of their initiation is going to come. Legion's not getting blinked for quite a while. See them going on bottom. The shard's missing on the Cud, but I think it's just going to tick down anyways. The right clicks are going to be more than enough. Gets frozen. Pipsqueak taking a lot of damage. The right clicks from Fatalness more than enough. Can't pop the Q quite yet because there is a lot of creeps here, so the damage is being split quite a bit. The rocket falling, plus the stun from the creep and the slow getting turned on. The creeps are saving his life. Fatalness will get the... No, it's Baker getting the last hit. Beastmaster just getting destroyed by the creeps there, and they can actually follow it up. He couldn't keep on the gyrocopter, and they lose out on a pretty crucial kill there. TPing in from the fountain too, so you're getting that extra regen. Well, damn. I mean, this feels pretty good. I did not know they changed overcharge to be that way. Okay. IO is like so much easier now. What the hell? I need old IO back. I need like incredibly difficult IO back, please. I need IO back that like it takes you an entire 4 years and a college degree in order to play. Same with Morphling, but I'm probably not gonna get that. We'll see the Pipsqueaker making a nice courier kill, and they're not paying attention to it.
Radiant's courier
Yep.
just got killed.
It's too much to pay. There's just too much to pay attention to save your couriers. It's like, whatever. Screw it. It's a little bit of gold. Noah does have 6 now, but I don't think they can go on to the Monkey King since, I mean, Jingu stats are just guaranteed. No way to slow that attack speed at all. Still get a bit more damage, but there's no follow-up. It's Jaw rotating over. Does get the cancel. Plus the, nope. I think Baker's just dead. Does hit the stun, but no. Nicely dodged from Jinx. What a play there. We'll end up getting him the kill, too. So Noah just has to run away.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
And, well, Noah kind of just feels like a hero without a purpose. Sort of an opposite game from last game, too. Jaw has definitely gotten a better start. Did die the one time. But 85 CS at this point. We'll see where he ends at. Whenever I watch Jaw play mid, like, he is just constantly up in the 90s range for CS at 10 minutes. It's insane how quick this guy can farm. I think the last time I watched him play on Sunday, too, he was at, like, 95 or something at 10 minutes. It's crazy how good this man is. Pipsqueaker looks very dead right now. That looks like a dead ice particle on my screen. Does go for the TP, but I think they're gonna have enough damage. Yep, Fatalness almost letting him get away there. Rocket Barrage walking away. But yeah, Pipsqueak will eventually fall underneath the tier 1. See a little boy Noah looking for some stacks. I mean, it does pop your Q up quite a bit. I'm surprised he's not going for a soul ring, honestly. No, they get the TP up, plus the duel. The Jingu stacks are going to come very quickly here. Do they have enough damage to get the duel? No, but they might still find the kill. The snowball in to save. Fatalness staying alive for now. Does get the stun too. Luca getting the lifesteal will keep him alive. Jinx missing missing the shards. And will lose his own, but you didn't lose Monkey King, and that's really what you need. That's what you rotated up for, and you'll take the trade. They don't get the duel either. Is IO ult gone? Yeah, it is a point target, but I think it's not channeled anymore, so you can move around while it's being casted, which is very nice. Like, thank you for doing that. Does get the stun over into Luca, so I don't think he's going to be able to follow this one up. He doesn't have the stun either. A Monkey King, since he used it to cancel out the channel for the outpost steal. Which I'm kind of surprised he did. I'm surprised he didn't just wail into him and then go for the stun.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
After he gets the Jingu stacks, he might have potentially able to get the kill there. Just have the duel back on Legion, but tanking some tower hits, they might just need to back. Luca running up top, does get the stun, plus the slow, plus the snowball, the shards to come in as well. Noah looks very dead on my screen. See if they go for bottom too. Cuz just staying completely connected to Fatalness pretty much this whole time, and I think the tower is definitely gonna fall. Cuz just able to boost up that gyrocopter. And we will see at least the ultimate flying out from Gyro. They got some vision there too, but there was no stopping that. They might just keep going for Pipsqueaker. Could turn around, throw out the silence, but no. The damage is too split from the Rocket Barrage, and they can't keep going. There's the roar, but again, do they have enough damage? Pipsqueaker doesn't have ult, plus the IO ult away. Gets the link. Can they really keep chasing this? I don't think so. There's still no axes on the Beastmaster. They don't have enough damage there. Well, Noah's rotated mid, maybe looking for a tower kill. Again, they have the duel. But IO ult is back up as well. I think you need the Gyro ult to really get the full combo through, though. And the duel's got to come, like, a little bit after the IO ults, for sure. It's like, if it's too soon, you're just going to miss out on a lot of the Gyro's damage, and it's gonna come like halfway through the duel, and it's not gonna be enough to end it. And even though I feel like Dire got a slight advantage from the start, we do see Radiant taking the towers early on, and it's giving them the gold advantage. But, I mean, Luca's pretty much gone untouched, farming in the jungle for a bit. Can't really be in lane anymore because Ned has rotated top, but, I mean, you'll still take it. Looks like Ned cleared off that jungle camp too, so he is feeling just fine. Top of the net worth. Has his defusal now as well, 13 minutes in. Do you see a big rotation top? Jaw is going for BKB first after the Saber. The ult missing from AA. Pops the ult to stay on top of this Monkey King, and they don't have a stun for this. I don't think they have to get the vision from the snowball. They will get it. Ned doesn't have the leap either. He's just gonna get stuck in the trees. A big kill on this Slark there, a slippery Slark, and at the same time Noah bottom getting dueled, but the ultimate getting popped from Jaw, and his team is rotating over. Here's the rest of the roar too. Does he get out in time? No. Ka is gone. The slow coming in again from Jaw. Jaw is gonna get both of these, I think, plus the shards. Fatalness was just brought to his death. Crucial taunt finally getting the pick up there. And completely going wrong for AC130. That engagement just way too long. They get 3-man RP'd. There wasn't a duel left to use. And they just had no lockdown for the Magnus. Not actually able to find it. We might see them popping a smoke here too. They don't. Oh no, they don't actually have smoke. They don't have the roar either, so I don't think they can really go for much. Maybe it's just the tower. Let's have an early Necro book on the Beastmaster too.
Radiant's top tower deserves
So yeah, bottom tower looks pretty dead. You maybe get away on Baker, but Baker doesn't have the ult either, so he needs to be a bit careful. He can spike carapace some of this, and actually the Q from Jaw missing completely, but the rotation over misses the skewer, but I still think he got the slow from the Echo Saber. Shards is gonna miss again, a rare miss, and I don't think they have the damage. No, they don't. Unfortunate play there from Jinx, and he will get tipped for that one. I mean, he went for it. That's about all you could say. He tried. Feels like they would have gotten the kill anyways, but the skewer just not quite up on Jaw yet, so he couldn't just throw it through. Should be able to take bottom tower either way, though. It's not really like a big kill that they missed either. It's only an X. Cannot get tilted. As you see Slark with the defusal. Pipsqueak needs to be a little careful going for these dangerous aggressive wards. Could just follow that Slark, but he will find it for now. They lose top tower, and AC130 is taking the map control early on, as finally we see bottom tier 1 falling. And well, they're pretty much just splitting. Fatalness and Ka very happy with just taking top tower for now. They're going to keep it up with these catapults. And I think they're going to be able to get the trade too, since they both have Fortify. We'll see who's actually able to take it faster. And the question is too, can Radiant rotate bottom? Which, yes, they can. They got the relocate. If they find the right duel, they potentially could fight bottom. But I don't think they're going to be quite in time. It's actually pretty close. And yeah, Radiant takes it just a bit faster so they can actually fight this. Both teams happy with the trade. It's actually Baker scouting the out. Make sure nobody's rotating top. We'll find the Nyx plus the Mango Tree. This looks very bad if Luca doesn't get away here, but no, Baker doesn't go for the stun. Baker's trying to hit the hit. Very greedy. Again, I see a lot of Nyx players going for the hit instead of just going for the stun, and it misses out on the kill on Luca. Very smart play there from Ned, not going for the last hit. Would have paid with his life, but the nice 2-man RP from Ja. There's a lot of damage coming in from the Gyro, though. He only gets the ultimate off. They don't find Baker. No, now they do. Ja picking that one up, but they've got a double kill on the Ja. They've lost the Legion. There was no duel to follow that one up. Cannot stand up to the damage. Ned just has to get back. Tried to find a kill early on into that tusk, but just couldn't get it fully. And he knows he needs to keep back. He is able to purge off the slow plus the stun. Can Ja hit the skewer? No, but he will be able to hit the shockwave. There's no tier 2 to retreat to the AL. Just ticking him, but he didn't get the damage. He still looks very dead though, as he got the tick. Pipsqueaker with the kill even. And we're still at a point in this game where Gyro is just not doing enough damage in these fights. If there are too many heroes there, he is essentially just throwing out an ult and seeing if he can isolate a hero. If he can't, he's just standing there, and it's just what's going to happen. Cud not buffing him up enough to like give him an actual like feasible right click damage, but he is going for that eggs very soon here, and that does help quite a bit with this combo. See the 3k gold lead from Dire, though, winning that fight very handedly. John maybe spotting out the Nyx, but just farming anyways. And this time they get the Dragon Scale too, so their pushing is definitely a lot faster. We'll see rotation down. But Noah does not want to get hit by this right now. Doesn't have the blink away either. They are going to get a TP in from the Monkey King too. The shards not missing this time. Noah looking very dead. A nice two-man stun just to create space from Baker. Plus the stun missing from Monkey King, but looks very dead. The slow, there we go. Jaw gets the second hit there and finds the kill. And Baker actually in a really nice juke spot right now. And I don't think they're going to find him. Nope. That was a really nice spot, actually. Does that exist? Or do you have to cut down a tree? No, that's just there. Interesting. I didn't know that was there. That's a nice spot from Baker. See, Jaw maybe looking at mid. Does get the slow. Jaw's out of mana, but the rest of the team is rotating over. Able to hit the shards too, plus the ultimate. I think Jinx can just lock him in. His leap isn't up for another second here. Does hit it away. The root, nope, the shards missed. Did hit the leap before then. And again, definitely a very slippery hero. They're just not finding the kill on him. Spot out Roche, but I think Baker is getting spotted rotating top here. Not actually able to kill him, but IO Alt is back up. They have the duel once again. Maybe they start looking for some kills. Fatal is still just farming. Has the eggs now. See how they want to engage. I think Noah needs a blink. He's still about 1k gold away. Went for the drums first, but died a couple of times, 0-5 and 2, and that blink is just super delayed. They're not able to find a lot of these engagements anymore. Still has not gotten the duel in him. With that ship is pretty much sailed for Legion being a high damage hero in this game, I think. It's really just up to the Gyro. I mean, Gyro and Slark, really. See Ja rotating over. They find Ja, but he's able to hit the skewer away. Again, there's no blink from Noah, so they just don't find the duel. They go for the smoke, but it's not getting them on top, and it feels like Baker really needs to be there. Look at jumping in on the Fatalist. The IO has left him, and he's just getting exploded. No, the ult away, but the tick still went on him. It's still hit, and Fatalness will fall in the fountain. The IO coming back as well. It's a nice stun. They're going to try and get everything out of this that they can. The shards barely missing, but Jaw going to hit the slow. The IO is able to TP back, so they will miss that kill. Do they dive past the tier 1s? I think they do. They have another snowball coming up soon. It's a killing spree for Jinx. They've killed off 2 heroes. I did not think that AA ult was going to hit. Almost, just barely not hitting it in time. Caught. Oh boy, that was a close one, and it's just, that feels pretty bad if you're caught. Just a half a second too late there. Just wasn't in the area for it, and they're losing 2 towers for it. Apes looking very strong right now. Playing a very solid 20-minute game, up 7k, 14-8 gold lead. Or 14-8 kill lead, sorry. Close. See Jaw still just farming. They might be able to find him. I mean, they gotta use this duel somehow. I mean, Noah's getting closer and closer, but still, it's just not gonna be in time, I don't think. It's 500 gold. Again, it's just like that ship is sailed. And they don't have the IO ult. No, they do. It's actually such a low cooldown. I kind of forgot about that part. So we'll see the Gyro farming. And he's got the save, however. I'm surprised they're rotating 5 into this, but yeah. Fatal is just TPing away. They might have just detected the smoke, or they saw it with the ward somehow over here. So they are going to miss it. Again, like, the smokes are failing. I feel like that's just a fact for this series, unfortunately. So we'll see 3 heroes, Jaw Jinx, Crucial Taunt. Try and find something, but can they pick this one up? Noah running right past it, and he's so close to his blink. He actually's already bought it, so at least you got that, but you are losing your... No! The save from Ka plus the heal! It's in time! Noah able to just walk away. Hitting the Q is Jaw, but I don't think he can keep chasing. They don't have the snowball anymore. And on the backside, Fatalness is throwing out the damage into Crucial Taunt. They don't have the roar anymore. Jumping forward, Luca trying to find something out of the gyro, but I think Luca might have gone a bit too far. He can just walk out of the Monkey King ult, and the Slark isn't here this whole time. Just making his own space at the moment. They don't have vision for Baker right now. Baker could just hit any stun he wants. He chooses the Beastmaster, but I don't think that was the target. Needed to wait until Noah was just a bit closer. He didn't have mana anyways, but we did have that wand. If he wanted to pop it, they'll find Ja, but can they actually get this one? No, the skewer away. Killing off some of the trees there. And, well, I mean, you made space for Ned. He's also got the eggs now, too. So he's a lot harder to kill with that Tusk. And really, you have to hit the A ult on him. A ult and RP. Or RP and A ult is the only way you kill Ned. Especially once he gets that BKB, too. It's going to be a lot harder. But maybe it's not going to matter if they can just start pushing high ground. Potentially go for Roche soon, too. We'll steal the outpost. They're not going to find this kill over on Ned or Baker even. Going forward is Ja. Does he want to pop the ult? No. Didn't just go for the RP, but he still does have the skewer. Lost them. Ult or no! He gets the leap away. Just waited for it. I thought he had the initial chance, but he goes for it down in the lane when he realizes the rest of his team is there. Then it's a rare miss from Ja. See Luca maybe finding something, but no, that blink now on Noah. Can't believe he lived there either. Ka has got to be the MVP of this series. Like, for sure. There's a reason he's the captain of this team, too. Even though they lost first game. Oh, no, they won first game. My bad. Ka pretty much MVP of that game, too. We'll see Baker getting caught out. I think Baker's pretty dead here. This is kind of just par for the course for a Nyx. Like, you're gonna get caught out a couple of times. Does fake the stun twice. They don't have vision though. Baker missing the AL too. He lives. There's no dust on anybody and they miss the kill. Just walking away as the Nyx. He didn't throw out the stun and it definitely would have killed him. Going for a pipe now on Cup. Should help them quite a bit. Ned jumping in, hits the leap. He's got another one too if he wants to stick with it, but I don't think he has enough damage for this to get stunned up. Plus the roar. He needs to get off the ult in time, but it's not there. Luca's got too much damage. And, well, Baker popping out a sentry. I'm surprised he's using the sentry there. Because, I mean, he knows they don't have vision over here, right? But he's just pacing it a bit far off from the Dire's actual sentry that's in the direct middle of the lane. They do pop Noah. Let's see if they really want to initiate onto it. No, they're going to pop. They're going to see the bird flying through. And they will just go into Roche with the Gyro IO. They're still down by 6k, but it feels a lot closer than that. Most of it is just Ned, unfortunately falling there. Jinx maybe running into Roche. Does tank a hit from the Gyro, but Fatal is already really low. Is there a save? Yes, there is. Ult flying through, and it's gonna miss completely. It's not even going to the fountain either. No, he didn't even bring it back to base. Going in with the RP is Ja. Can he get the BKB off? Plus the damage going back is Io, so he has enough. He's gonna get stunned up. No, Ja's just dishing it out right now. Fatalist getting destroyed by the Magnus. And that was just a solo RP in 2-man. Josh just I mean, he pretty much did that entirely by himself. And while they're back in the lead for sure, taking out the Roche. Looks like Luca, who killed off the Legion there actually? Oh, they just got the roar onto him. Okay. Oh no, they didn't even use it. Must have just found the kill. They still didn't use that duel either. So they're not really getting the control that you pick the hero for. I don't think he's gotten a single duel win either. Nope. Let's get the skewer back on the Nyx. Do they have vision this time? It's not going to matter. He doesn't have the ult up anyways. And is this not a full Necro book yet? No, he almost has it. Okay, now he does. And now they're not going to have to worry about that anymore. So I believe they will lose the tier 3s. The next creep wave is coming. Apes feeling a lot better about this game compared to the last one. Luca taking a bit of damage, but he again does have that Aegis plus the BKB still. Pops the ult on the front lines. And it's straight into those racks. He could get his first duel. Luca just ticking down, opting to just have his ult expire. We'll see if they get the duel on top of him. But no, Noah's waited a bit too long. The Jingu stacks are already up. He's life stealing all the health back, plus the skewer, plus the roar. Is there a save from Ka? There is. No, he missed it again. The AL coming through a little bit late. Was Ka the channeling a bit too long? They finally get the duel on the Job, but they just don't have enough damage. Job might just win this duel. He does. The blink away. No, the snowball saves him. Jinx having a hell of a game, saving his teammate. Shaw skewers away. Will live, saves himself with the shards. And there was no stopping them this game. Just like they can just go top 2, 28 minutes in. It's a 15k gold lead. Complete opposite of this game. Dire actually winning both games in this series if this result continues to hold. This is a 16k gold lead. I really don't think there's much coming back. He's going to hit the shards too on the Baker. They don't even need the vision if they can just blow him up like that. No escape. And, well, in the bottom, it's going for the Megas. Jumping forward is Ned, but he's not actually able to find it. Does pop off some of the slow. Crucial Taunt dropping a bit low. He doesn't have the Roar. He does have the Axes if they do want to try and turn this. There's the Snowball. Ka has already popped the ult. The Snowball only bringing them further into the base. Crucial Taunt looks like he's going to tick down, but no, they can't actually find it. The Snowball punch leaping forward. Ned will finally find the kill, but the ult from Jaw stopping Fatalness in his tracks. There is buyback in... he could go for it, but I don't think they quite need it. Ned's just finding all the kills in the back. Triple kill for Ned. He might get another one. Looking for the Ultra. Gets the heal Pipsqueak. Staying on top of this. Is going to be able to pop off the freeze and get the kill. Ultra kill for Ned. Is it going to be a Rampage? I don't think so, because he doesn't have another leap for another 4 seconds. Can he try and find Luca? He needs to hit this in the trees. Do they cut it? No. Noah cutting the wrong tree and a bit too late. They've lost 2 racks, however. Ned just going off right there. I didn't think he had enough damage to do any of that, but he gets that stacks built up. And well, this game, they're still alive. AC130 is still in it. They're down by 13k. You're down by 2 racks, but they could potentially go for a push here. They only got 30 seconds left on the Magnus, but I think they can maybe take a tier 2. Actually, we get an engagement. Jinx getting the stun up, plus the duel. There's another one. Finally getting duel damages. Noah actually gave duel damage to Ja before he gave it to himself. Plus that 18. Finding the bounty. I'm surprised that was there for that long. I guess we were fighting the whole time, though. BKB up on Ka. Or on, Ned, sorry. That too. We do almost have pipe on the IO. Gyro's still kind of far behind. I don't think you buy out here. He's still got the buyback. Like, I don't think you buy out here. But maybe they just say screw it. Yep, he buys out. I'm surprised he's doing that without BKB. Honestly, no, able to get away, or maybe not. Nope, he's actually just fine. I thought he might die because of the defusal, but didn't even need to purge it off. Sned's still just farming mid. Is close to the Basher. I think he's gonna save, so maybe that's their play. They have one of the cores save at the very least. Fatalness looking for a 4-staff. He still needs 1200 gold to have that buyback. So, risky play there from Fatalness. Should do get a pause too. It's very risky, but I mean, if IO doesn't have buyback, you might as well not have buyback on the gyro. It's like we just need a restart. Oh, 2 people falling. Jinx also needs one. Luca spending time as well. And while everybody's up, we got a 12k gold lead. It's slowly coming back down. Big fight there. I mean, look at all these kills in a row from Dire, and then just straight 5 there. Almost finding the Rampage. is Ned, but not quite getting it. See Baker. Quickening Charm, okay. Ned has got Basher queued up. Actually, I haven't even really looked at neutral items in it. Orb of Destruction, decent on Legion, but I don't know. He kind of needs a tanky item at this point. Like, if you got Craggy, I think that would be nice. Ocean Heart on IO feels pretty good if they're fighting in water. Which is going to be rarely now, but maybe when this Roche is actually back up, could be a big benefit there. Essence Ring on IO would actually be legit. Faded Brooch still on... The Spider Legs feels pretty good on Magnus. Job probably pretty happy with that one. I'm surprised he went Chrysalis. And now he's going Basher, honestly. I guess you just do Basher instead of the Bracer, and then Chrysalis is like enough damage boost for 21... What is it? 2150, I think? I think it's still 2150. Like, it's still worth it.
Nice.
And yes, that Slark Eggs was just hilarious. Only has 6 permanent agi, though. And I mean, most of that just comes from that last fight. Like, see. Still just waiting on Jinx to get back. Oh, I'm starving, boys. I'm trying with the Enchanted. I think that procs on your eggs hit, but I'm not sure. It probably does. I would assume that it does. What else do we got here? AA could use an Enchanted Quiver, I think. What does AA have? Oh, that's actually pretty good. And then the Quickening Charm too. Feels like somebody could use that. Probably the Tusk over the Faded Brooch. That's what they got. Greater Fairy Fire, potentially IO. I mean, yeah, I think you trade the Ocean Heart for the Greater Fairy Fire. What's... What? Then we are getting close. I guess we're still 8 minutes away. You got plenty of time. If this game even goes for another 8 minutes, it's really up to Radiant. I think it's gonna be tough. What the fuck happens? Alright, we're good. We're back into it.
The battle resumes.
Still see Ned farming up mid. I don't think he can actually find anything. See them take the outpost too. I mean, Spider Legs does feel pretty good on Magnus, I guess. And they don't have any smoke, so they can actually, like, try and fight immediately from this. So you actually see Radiant taking a pretty aggressive posture with Baker in the front. Exactly what you want to see when you have an Nyx. And a nice ward there too. Well, at least let Fatalist farm a couple of these camps for free. But, well, it's still an inevitable fight coming. They're not going to wait for Roche. It's eggs now on Monkey King, too. Soldiers only attack buildings when Monkey King himself is nearby. Scepter spawn interval 30.5 seconds and last 12 seconds. Okay.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Wait, what? Why does this have this? What? Interesting. All right, Pipsqueak looks pretty dead right now. Ka needs to find this. This would be really good for Ka if he could find this, but no, they'll force staff away. Monkey King trying to run into it, and yeah, he knows. Can actually go for this any further. They don't see Baker rotating in the trees, however, and Pipsqueak ran back into it, pops the BKB just to pick this one up, actually. And Monkey King popping the ult in the back too, wants to try and fight this, but he's completely alone, taking a lot of damage. The TP in, Ja needs to hit a decent RP here, but no, they've killed off the Nyx. Ned wasn't actually able to kill off the Monkey King. He's just lifestealing it all back. Fatal Nista fall. They lose the Legion. We're at that roar. And it just took way too long. Cut going for the ult out. It's only going to make space, but Luca getting the double kill, and that really feels like it's the game. Not able to kill off the Monkey King fast enough, and the rest of the team was able to rotate over. They lose Fatalness again. Cut just not attached to him, and it's really looking good for Apes now. No buyback on Gyro because he bought out the Mjolnir, and that's the Megas. Ja doesn't even have to use RP in that last fight either. Like, it was just over. Pop fortify themselves. Ned trying to make some space by pushing into the racks. They are going to back. Not going to risk it. You've taken the Megas. You might as well go back and check Roche. Could spawn in 10 seconds here. 8, 7. They're going to check it a bit too early. And we'll actually see if it spawns here in 2 seconds. I don't think so, but nope. Actually got a decently long spawn time. So unfortunate for Dire. And well, you got life still for Radiant, but it's not much. Definitely on their last signs. Just barely breathing at this point. I really just think they haven't been able to find an opening this whole game, and it's really just whoever is on Radiant in this series is struggling to take fights. Legion was supposed to be the space creator for this game, just not able to get that blink early enough. And it really hurt them in the mid game, and you do not want to lose mid game against the Slurk. It's definitely hard to, or not against the Slurk, sorry, against the Monkey King, Magnus. But Magnus still scales in the late game too. Essentially the Monkey King does. It's just your Slurk is gonna get bodied completely if the team's not doing well. And we've really seen that happen too. He hasn't been able to pick up some of these kills onto the enemy core. Still top of the network though. Very impressive from Ned. And like, even though they're behind by 16k, he's having a hell of a game. He's gonna go for the outpost, steal the TP in for Monkey King, but he has BKB TP away, and I think with ult too, and the leaps, like, he'll be able to steal this. Potentially just gonna get a kill on somebody. They come too close, but I don't think he has enough damage. Just have that basher. He doesn't have the Abyssal quite yet. Does he? Let's switch over to buyback. We'll go back to net worth at some point here. So you have 4 heroes with buyback. Io's about to have it. Pretty much everybody has buyback, other than Ja. Ja's got a little bit to go yet. Do finally see somebody take over Ned. And yeah, despite losing this game early on, Ned is somehow still on top in terms of net worth, but Baker has gone a bit too far. He's been baited, doesn't get the carapace off. Do they really want to fight this? I don't think so. You just might as well make the space. They've TP'd in with the IO into the middle of the Monkey King ult. That's not where Fatalness wants to be. Doesn't have the Force Staff to get away from this. He can't fight this. He doesn't have Satanic. Ka is going to TP back out to save his own life, but lost the life of the Gyro. And all Ned can do is watch his base crumble. Let's get the Gyro buyback, and I think you need it on Nyx too, but maybe they just go for the Roche. They do see it as spawned. Nyx maybe finding the DD. He gets it from the Monkey King, but he can't fight this. He needs to get the BKB off, gets stunned up beforehand, so I don't think he's able to take the fight anymore. Has another leap away. They're not gonna find it quite yet. Plus the Tusk Punch, he's got BKB, able to pop it. The Tusk Punch not coming through. The RP is up, but I don't think he has time for it. Could potentially get the Abyssal, popping the Spider Legs for the move speed, but it's not enough. Doesn't catch him up to the Slark. And he's just gonna go farm a bit more. He's still tied with the Monkey King. This is insane. He's only behind by 600 gold, and the entire team is down by 20k. Ned is a god of farming. Because they will lose Roche, though. He made a little bit of space, but that's about it. You've already spent the buyback on Gyro. So, It's kind of unfortunate that they already used that. The space really isn't getting used, but... And what is this, actually? I feel like he needs a Satanic on the gyro, honestly. Or a BKB. Either one. Probably BKB. That really feels like it should be the first item anyways. See Ja just jumping forward. Abyssal plus the skewer. Does get a nice heal from Legion, but it's not going to be enough. The double hit from Ja is just like 3-shotting the Nyx at this point. Does use the buyback pretty much immediately. And Ja low on mana, but with the 7 regen, like he's going to have it back pretty quickly here. And they can just look for the God RP. The Dream RP. And that's really not even something that need. Jumping forward is Slark. Ned trying to find something, but the RP is there. That's really all you need to hit. Is there a save from Ka? No, he gets abyssal by Ja. There's the buyback from Ned. They need to just get out of this Monkey King Alpha now. The slow over on the Ka does get healed from the Legion to get him out in the meantime, but we're on to the tier 4s. Nice ult from Monkey King. At least allow them to do it. Walks out of the Monkey King ult there. Thought he would at least stay in it to keep it up. A nice stun coming through onto 1. Locking down the Monkey King for now. Ned trying to find an opening. Doesn't get it. The skewer forward onto Fatalness, and Fatalness is gone. Doesn't have the buyback. Will finally tick down. Now Luca focusing over into the Slark. He is able to get his ult off, so he's trying to fight up into this Monkey King. But Monkey King has Aegis. He's just going to come right back. Even if they get this kill, which they don't. And, well, that's game. They didn't find the opening they needed. All they had to do was hit a single RP, and that was it. And a nice stun from Baker to make some space in the meantime, but their Ancient is falling. They're losing heroes. The duel onto somebody, but he just gets melted by creeps and heroes. Apes comes back in game 2. They pick up the tie. It's a 1-1. Dire winning both matches, and great performances, great individual performances from both teams. I feel like Ka played really well in both games. And the second game, too, Ja just amazing on that Magnus. Like, I mean, we already knew Ja was a god, but it's just a hell of a game from him. I really think it wins them the game there. Luca also going 8-0. Like, deathless in a 40-minute game feels pretty good. Check out the scoreboard here, too. Who actually did the most damage that game? Ja. Or no, Luca, actually. I mean, that makes sense. He's Monkey King. And we also got... Oh, that's received. I'm an idiot. Yeah, it was Luca. Ja's still doing quite a bit, though. So, impressive. Luca having a hell of a game. Like, good showing from both teams. Apes kind of in the middling teams right now. And AC130 on top. But GG's to both teams. This has been League of Lads. It's the final week before playoffs. Try and tune in. There's probably going to be people streaming more matches. I think Toxic Tacos plays tomorrow. And there's also a match on Saturday, too. So keep on the lookout.